Hi everyone. I've been thinking long and hard about this video and what needs to be said and what needs to be done, and there's been a lot of things going through my mind lately. I know I haven't been on camera in a long time. I know I've been extremely bad about getting videos out and keeping the channel active. And for the people watching this who are like really paying attention to whatever comes up next, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for sticking with me here. I've had a lot to think about lately. I had my birthday in July, and for whatever reason, it's a birthday that hit me particularly hard. I'm a little bit too young for a birthday to start hitting you, but it did for me. And there's a lot going on in my because this year in particular, uh, there's been a lot going on in my life. The loss of my grandmother that I was taking care of for so long. Gaining this toy store job. You know, um, just a lot of huge changes and a lot of new things. But also, I don't like bringing up my age on the channel. I don't want anyone to think like, oh God, he's so old. Like why? I don't want to be that adult trying to hang out with the kids type thing. I don't want to be like, oh, that's actually kind of creepy to be doing what he's doing. But if you followed this channel for long enough, then I've been doing this for well over a decade. I was in my mid 20s when I started the channel. And I know there's YouTubers who are much older than me who are still doing like a whole bunch of fun stuff. But, um, it's really just more about like how much of myself I've tied to this channel, how much of my time and energy went into making it and keeping it as active as possible, and just how much of me is in it and how much of the last 10 plus years were dedicated to being TJOmega. No, I don't know. Yeah, but like you can do the math. If I'm in my mid 20s when I started the channel, I'm 38 now. And that's just one of those ages where you start thinking, like, wow, it's one of those ages where you start looking back at what you've done with your life and looking forward to see how much, how much you got left and what you can do with it. And it is it's a situation of, I see all the things I still want in my life, but because of the circumstances with my grandmother and my family, I've not been able to explore all of those. Now, in the last 6 months that burden has not been on my family, yeah, life has changed quite a bit. I've been around a lot of other places. I've done a lot more things. This job, which is huge, and we're getting ready to make this even bigger. Um, like, and I look at like just like the last couple of years, just how my life has changed. I got out of what was kind of a toxic relationship for me. I got into a genuine relationship with a wonderful girlfriend. I got over a fear of driving. There's another thing I don't like to admit to, but I was terrified. Like, I had a phobia of driving for the longest time. I've only been driving for like 3 years. Like, yeah, you can tell how honest and like real I'm trying to be. Like, I know the title of this video. I haven't even like concluded what the title of this video is going to be, but I know it's going to be one of those like, oh wow, what's going on type titles. So like, because this is like a major thing. This is like a lot of things going through my head. So I look at the things that I haven't been able to have in my life because of being stuck, and it was 14 years of my life, and that's way too long to be stuck in one situation where you can't really grow and can't really get out in the world. I mean, I wanted to be like at this point in my life. I think to myself, why don't I have a place of my own yet? You know, why don't I have my own family by now? And I know the reasons why, but it's also like you don't have forever to get that. Like eventually, eventually, just got to make it happen. And it comes down to things like, and that's part of where my head is. The other part is like I look back and like this year, if you've seen me on stream and all that, you've seen how much I have spent on Pokemon cards. All the pictures of new toys that I post on Twitter. And I still enjoy my collecting, but I do kind of look back and go like it's it's a thing that I did for so long because it made me happy. The collecting, of course, makes me happy, but it is a situation of like, I will, I'll pick up a new figure and I'll have a lot of fun with it. And I'll, transforming it's fun, posing it around is fun. But when I'm done doing all that, I kind of just put it on a shelf for display, or I put it in a bin that goes under my bed and I don't touch it for years. So why am I spend $50, 50 of my hard-earned dollars on a piece of plastic that I'm going to enjoy for a few days at best and then kind of just do away with? Because there are bigger things in my life that I want, and those things are going to be expensive. So it's a time where I'm thinking like I'm kind of tired of spending money. I'm tired of buying Pokemon cards and never getting anything good out of them. I'm tired of buying, every little random toy or trinket or transformer that I haven't experienced before, just and then just put it away like like it's nothing. It's not that I'm like completely burned out on collecting, but I'm burned out on collecting at the pace that I'm collecting. I this year I've probably canceled like this year I've been making more money than I've ever made, but I've also canceled more pre-orders than I've ever. Like I didn't back Unicron. I didn't go in on whole waves of things. I didn't go and like and other toy lines that I liked, like Beast Box and all that. I didn't go hog wild. I didn't start like huge collections of those. A lot of it got dialed back, and a lot of it was things like Kamen Rider Saber, first Kamen Rider series where I didn't buy a single toy. I haven't had a like the first Rider series I ever watched was Kiva. Bought everything Kiva that I could get my hands on, and I've been doing that ever since habitually. But I realize that it is habit. Oh, I like that pre-order. Oh, I like that. Oh, I've got the money in my account. Amazon Prime, get it here tomorrow. There's still a few things that I do genuinely want and enjoy, but it's just not nearly what it used to be. And a big realization of that is just how much it costs, how much I would have if I didn't recklessly spend like that, and also I do kind of realize that it is retail therapy. It's something to keep me occupied and happy before I realize like I'm not happy with my position in my life, and I have concerns about you know how much of my life I've really got to use at this point. How long do I have to make something of myself so that I actually like can enjoy like my retirement years? It's just one of those, like I'm hitting that midlife crisis period of your life where you just kind of reevaluate a lot of that. And you start putting a lot more attention on what your future is going to be like. So, yeah, it's just a lot of really serious thoughts that have been going through my head the last couple of weeks. It's a lot of things I've been reevaluating. That's not to say that it's not important to me. I still have the toy passion. Obviously, I'm working in a toy store, and I love this job. I absolutely love this job, and the people, and the toys, and everything. All that's great, and I'm really looking forward to this shop growing over the years because our business keeps going. We keep doing better and better numbers, and we're gonna open up the shop more days and see how that goes. We got our first Christmas season coming up. I'm excited for that. And this is like, but I think working here has made me realize just how different my life should have been all this time. And you tell me I could have been, well, I couldn't have been because, family obligations, but still, it does make me long for the things that I haven't been able to have, and I want them as fast as possible so I can have them for as long as I can. So I can only do that so much while still focusing on being TJOmega. You know, um, obviously it's an important thing in my life. It's given me opportunities and let me meet so many people, and I've done tremendous things with it, and things I never would have imagined being able to do in my life. This channel has afforded me the ability to do it. But if I'm going to have the future that I want, I have to be able to focus on it as much as possible, and I can't recklessly spend just because I have a YouTube channel that needs content to fill up. So here's how this is going to go. Here's the decision that I have come to. It's not an easy one. And don't freak out. Don't freak out too much on me here, but it's just this is a big deal for me. But I've decided that this is it. I've decided that I am going to make one last push on this YouTube channel. And one last push to make this YouTube channel take off and be as big as it can be and be a genuine success. Because there's part of me that really doesn't want to hang it up on this channel until I have a silver play button to hang on my wall. Like, I want to have that accomplishment at least for how much time and effort I put into it. That said, if I get to that point, then, the revenue I would make off of this channel becomes a very serious and real part of my life. So it becomes a focus. It doesn't become a deterrent from all of those other things that I need to do. It helps those things that I want to do. So that's a huge thing to think about. And I want that. I want this to be successful so that I have no reason to stop. But if it's taking time away from what I should really be doing in order to ensure my future and ensure that I have what I want to have for the rest of my life, then I need to reevaluate. That's not to say that I would go away completely. I think I'd always have the channel. I think I think it'd become one of those channels that just posts something every month or two, or every 2 or 3, or once every 2 or 3 months. Just because I had some wild idea, or just because I felt like talking to you guys. But for the most part, to be like really serious about the channel, to be pushing out reviews and videos, as fast as I can, as often as I can, that would have to stop. If this push does not succeed, then then I would officially like semi-retire the channel, just because like I can't keep it. I can't keep my promises to you guys. I can't keep, if I just admit to myself I'm just not into this anymore, or like this is just more than I can handle with everything else in my life right now. I just need to be honest with myself there, and just be willing to step away and just say, yeah, that didn't end the way I wanted it to end. Now, that's to say, I don't know how long the push will last. I could burn out before the end of the year, or I could hit my 40th birthday and this channel has 100,000 subs, and that would be an amazing thing. And I would have no reason to stop. I could just keep on going, keep on trucking. If this, if it really succeeds, if this channel becomes what I would want it to be, I'll do it for as long as I can turn on a camera and talk. And that I don't see any problem with that. But I don't want to keep being like, I don't want to keep doing this thing where I just vanish for months or even a year at a time, do videos for a couple months and then vanish again. I don't want to keep disappearing on you. I don't want to keep giving you the expectation that I'm going to be doing new stuff, or that the channel's going to be active, or you're getting another Plastic Addict or anything like that, until, if I just keep coming up short on my own expectations, if the heart just isn't in it anymore. So in that regard, I need to make sure that what I am doing on the channel from now on is something I genuinely enjoy doing. Things that I'm excited to film and excited to see your reactions to. So it's not all going to be toy review. In the regards of toy review, I do have a new format. I previewed it over on Twitter, so you can see kind of what I'm going to go for. It actually uses this place. It uses my toy store. And we'll use that as the backdrop for the videos. We'll shoot them live here in the shop so you can see all the toys in the background. And we're doing a multicam setup, so we'll keep cut back between the toy and me, so it's not just one still shot of the toy. I want to make it a far more dynamic video, and I kind of want to. I'm flexing a little bit. I'm flexing by shooting this here instead of in my room that you know me in. But I feel like it makes the review more exciting, and it makes it more fun for me. So I want to do it that way and see if people respond to it. And I think in that regard, people will respond well to it, because what other toy reviewer has a toy store that they can film in? Beyond that, I do want to do a lot of videos that really don't have anything to do with toys themselves. I want to do more toys. I want to do, like, if I do a Transformer video that's a little bit weird, or I'll do like a quick top 10, or I'll do a quick little tier list thing, or little editorial things. I want to do cartoon things again, and not TJTV style, but just like video essay style, thoughts, opinions, observations, that kind of thing. Because I do have fun doing that. I have so many thoughts and opinions that I would like to get out there, and it's completely untested, of course, for this channel, but I do want to see how it goes over. And that is kind of the scariest thing about this, and what might end up being the final stage of TJOmega, is I'm going to be trying a lot of new things, and I'm counting on you guys to support it. Now, a vlog like this, especially since I'm going to make some kind of attention-grabbing title, it's going to get a lot more viewers than some just one random off thing I do. But I can't get by on like take TJabletop for example. Me telling my RPG stories. I loved doing that. I had a lot of fun telling you the stories that happen in my RPG games. I've got some that I haven't even posted yet, and I've got some that I still want to record. That was really exciting for me. That was really fun for me. Nobody watched. I can't make a video if like their lifetime of viewership is only like 500 views. I can't like use that as my content stream because nobody's taking to it. It's always the scariest things. Like, I have so many people, like, I've got 36,000 subscribers, but I know half of them are just waiting for Plastic Addict, and they're not going to watch anything else that is not Plastic Addict. You know, I know I've got a lot of people who just want toy reviews, but even then, I'm only hitting like 3,000 out of 36,000. Who knows how many bots are in that list, and how many dead accounts are in that list who don't even watch YouTube anymore, or grew out of toy reviewing, and they just don't unsubscribe. I need genuine support. I need these videos to succeed. If you see one that comes up, and if you watch the video, please hit the like button. Please hit share, hit the comments, share the video to a Discord or a friend that you think would like it. If you have followers on Facebook or Twitter that you think would be into it, please share it to them. The success and failure of this channel has basically always depended on you guys and your support, and how willing you guys are to not only share the videos to other people and try and help me get my audience to grow, but also the people that hit the like and the share and the subscribe and the notification bell, and they leave the comments. That helps fight the algorithm. That is the worst enemy of any YouTuber, is that freaking algorithm that really doesn't want a channel like this to succeed. You guys are instrumental in making sure I beat that algorithm, so my videos do get recommended, so my videos do come up in searches. That's all, my dependency on you. So if you're watching this, please, please, I need to see that like hit on every video. I need to see, subscriber notifications going up. It helps me so much. You have no idea how much it helps me. And that's going to be instrumental to making this last push work. If I do some weird new video and you get a kick out of it, tell somebody else. Share it on social media. Whatever it takes. It's got to be as big and successful as possible. And Yeah, I mean, that's just going to be instrumental. And for my best supporters, for the biggest supporters, the ones that are still on Patreon, providing, chipping in every month, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. I do not deserve your support. After the last year of silence on this channel, I do not deserve how much you guys have been giving me. I really don't. I've invited you in the past. If you think I'm not putting out enough, please cancel. I do not want to be ripping you off. I don't want to be taking your money for nothing. You do what, it's all your option. You do with it whatever you will. And most of you chose to stick around, and that means the world to me. And it's going to continue to help me keep this channel going, because it might my Patreon might be the only source of income that I dedicate to like toy purchases from now on. That just might be my monthly budget for the toys and things that I can do for this channel. Everything I make working my actual job, or anything I make off of YouTube revenue or Twitch revenue, all that's probably going to have to pour into like how much my life's going to be. Because if my life goes the way I want it to, it's going to get a lot more expensive, here in the next, year or two. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't want to keep vanishing on you guys, and I don't want to keep, telling myself I'm going to get back on it. I'm going to get back to the reviews. I'm going to get back to being TJOmega. When the truth is, my heart's just not in it the way it used to be. I do want to keep going. I do want to make this last push, but I want to make this last push for me. I want to do this. I want to be like I was when I started the channel, to do the stuff that I want to do, that I'm interested in, that I think is fun, and hopefully you come along on the ride with me. I always tell people, don't do things that are popular. Don't do things because people want you to do them. If you're doing YouTube, do what you want to do on YouTube. And if people, and if you're really into it, and if you're into what you're doing, the people who will be your real fans are going to be the ones that follow you. They're going to be the ones that watch. And that's how a real audience is made. Not the person who hits follow or subscribe and then never checks you out again, or only checks you out that when you do that one specific thing. The people who can feel how excited you are to do what you do and how into what you're doing you are, those are going to be the ones that stick around and watch everything you do. Like the people who are probably watching this one. And that's how I want it to be. I want to make sure that what I'm doing from here on out is the stuff that I genuinely want to do, and genuinely I'm excited and to do and have fun doing, which means it's going to be a lot of weird videos. It's going to be a lot of things I've never done before. It's going to be a lot of just randomness, like not random review random, where every video is, like where every random review is just a newish transformer. It's going to be just whatever I want to do, just whatever I feel like doing. Might last 2 months, might last 2 years, might last 20 years. I don't know, but this is going to be my last push. I hope it works out, and I hope I can count on all of your support through it, because I'm genuinely going to need as much of it as I can get. Like, literally every video, hit the like, hit the share, leave a comment, anything. Like, it all helps. Whatever, like, whatever I can do to show, YouTube and the audience at home and potential future audience that this is a channel that's worth following, is going to come from you guys. So, everything you do to support that, is gonna mean the world to me. So I'm counting on you to keep this channel going. All you have to do is hit a couple buttons. And beyond that, just hope for the best. I'm excited for what I'm doing for Random Review. I am really looking forward to seeing what people think of all the weird things that I have been thinking up, and all the random videos that I want to do. And hopefully people respond to it, and we're still doing this 2 years from now. Because there's that part of me that's like, I don't want to be 40 and pretending like I can still hang out with the kids and still talk about kids stuff and not be creepy or anything like that. Like hopefully by then this channel is what I always wanted it to be. And I'm basically counting on you guys to help me make that happen. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for watching all the videos. Thank you guys for supporting me for so long, and basically putting up with all of the things in my life that have kept me from really meeting a lot of your expectations and my own expectations. I know it's not been fun waiting for me to do videos. I know it's not fun, like wondering when is he going to do another Plastic Addict, or anything like that. Hopefully, hopefully I'm around a lot longer for you to keep asking that. But I do think this is going to be an interesting time for the channel. And it's going to be like, this is the make or break point. So hopefully I make it. And hopefully we can laugh about bad Transformers together for a long time. We'll find out, won't we? Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for anyone I scared with the title. I'm scared because I know it's kind of ominous, but it's what needs to be done. Let's see if it works.